Luxury light versus standard MLS photography. I'm going to quickly go through the difference so you know what you're getting. Hi, my name is Jennifer. I'm a go-getter and licensed North Carolina real estate broker. I have a dedicated Pinterest board of entirely puppies, and I'm fueled by caffeine and candy, which is why I'm going to get you through this in under 2 minutes. All right, so quickly, we're going to go over what HDR photography means. And that means if you see it on our website or any other website, what is HDR? HDR stands for high dynamic range photography. And why that name sounds really cool, what it really comes down to, it is computer generated images by combining different exposures. And when we take a look, this is kind of what we come out with. If we took it right out of the computer, this is the picture we get for a typical HDR photograph. There are some definite defining features of HDR that I think people should be aware of if they are contracting this sort of work. All right, so the first thing is an HDR photograph is going to be shadowy, and this can be even magnified more depending on the lighting and the time of day the picture is taken. So I took this beautiful picture of my office. You can notice the shadows on the wall. There's also shadows on the right wall where we have the light coming through by the picture. That will be in any HDR photograph that gets taken. Also in HDR photography, colors are not going to be accurate. While they're very, very pretty, they definitely are not the color that they are if I was to be in person. The windows are going to also be blown out. You can't see outside in HDR photography. And then we also have a loss of detail in the flowers. Now, that kind of shows you the typical HDR photograph that would come out of a computer-generated image, but then we have a product line called Standard MLS Photography, which is HDR photography, but we take it one step further because we do not like this image. We don't feel like this is a good deliverable for you. So we ended up creating a product line called Standard MLS Photos. And what it is we shoot it in HDR, which still creates you that image that we saw before, but then we do post-processing. So all of our images are not just complete computer fabrications. We actually go in and we edit them further by hand, which gives our HDR photos a more refined look. And they end up kind of looking like this. So there's your typical HDR. There's your standard MLS. So again, HDR photography coming out of the computer, and then what we present as our baseline product. So this is the lowest price point product, which is great if you have a home that you don't want to spend a ton of money on to advertise and you want some really great pictures. All right. Still, just like any other HDR photograph, the shadows are still going to be there, but we reduce them. The windows are still going to be blown out. There is really no way to fix that. The colors are still going to be inaccurate. However, we are able to improve some of the details throughout the picture, so we will do that. So that is your standard MLS photography. There are some definite advantages of the MLS photos is that it's a little bit cheaper. You're going to get a quick in and out of the home, faster turnaround times. It's going to create more depth and contrast than a single image. And the post-processing adjustments to the HDR image allows us to reduce the defining features of HDR to create a more appealing picture. All right, the next product line we have is luxury light photography. This is kind of our signature look. It's the one I shoot in most often. It's the highest quality imagery and photography available. Homes are lit to perfection. We use both flash and ambient light, which we hand blend for each image, which creates this really even lighting and very accurate colors. Everything will look in the picture crisp and clean. That is our signature look. So it kind of looks like that. It doesn't have the features of the other. We have nice even lighting. The color is very accurate there. I can see exactly what the colors are even there and in the picture. We have clean windows. You can actually see outside. And then there are depth in the detail on those roses. You can see all the petals, all the markings, and that's important if you want to show texture. Okay, so the advantages of luxury light is that you're going to have magazine and highest quality imagery, even lighting control of the light. So even dark homes are lit to perfection. So if we go into a house and it's dark, we can make it look light. The color is going to be extremely accurate. And then you're going to be able to see details in both the light and shadows. Two quick disadvantage of luxury light is going to be a little more expensive because we are hand blending every single image. And that just is time consuming as far as editing process, but you get these phenomenal images. So quick comparison just to decide what you like. This is typical HDR photography. Remember, we don't even do this just because we don't like the way it looks. So here's our baseline. We have standard MLS photography. So standard MLS photography will look like this. We've done that post-processing to the HDR image. And it does have those, like I said, those defining features of the blown out windows. There's not much detail in the chandelier, and the colors are just not truly accurate, but it's a pretty good looking picture. Our luxury light is extremely accurate. You can see all the details in the chandelier. You can see the accuracy in the colors. This is exactly the way my room looks if you were to go in it. And it's definitely magazine quality photo. So if you have any questions, don't know which one you want, give us a call and I'll kind of give you a rundown. Our phone number is 704-997-9256. All right, y'all. Have a great day.